Well, it's a lovely morning show celebrating the best of British today here at QVC. Absolutely delighted to welcome a brand new guest, Penny Malory, to QVC now with her fabulous creation. Penny, great to meet you.
And you.
I think this is genius.
Thank you.
Although I have to say, it takes me back to my dancing days when I used to put a piece of cotton around my waist. What am I talking about, you're wondering? Well, we have got the Malory Band, the Waist Watcher, available for the first time on QVC today, £400,497 at £21. First of all, your background, rally driver, motivational speaker, fantastic sportswoman. What has brought you to create a product like this?
Well, first of all those things were, the driving was a long time ago. I was inspired by somebody I saw wearing a piece of string, and I thought I have to create this because I couldn't find anything like it on the market anywhere in the world. So a year ago I had this idea, and here I am.
Well, a warm welcome. We're
Thank
delighted
you.
on our Best of British to have a Best of British young lady. Now, what it is, its inspiration was the piece of string that was worn around the waist of a gentleman that you met, and that led you to create this. So what exactly is it?
Okay, so the Malory Band is a narrow cord that you wear around your waist that motivates the wearer to eat less, eat more healthily, and to improve posture. It's simply a polyester cord. It's more complex than that. It has a series of buttonholes in it.
Okay.
You put it around your waist, and if you eat too much, it feels tight. It tells you to back off. It's a bit like a conscience on the outside telling you to back off, slow down.
I think it's genius. I think it's simple. They say the simplest ideas
things are the best.
Absolutely. Now, to order yours, let's work out where you're going to be, what category of size. We've got a variety of sizes for you. They all have a nickel-free, hypoallergenic, a little button that threads through with a little finish point. So it's all very attractive. It actually looks gorgeous when you see yourself wearing it. But you're going to look even more gorgeous if you can control your waist. So on the screen now, size 1 will fit up to a waist which is 28 inches, and that's probably a UK dress size 6 to 10, 28 to 34, a 10 to 14, 34 to 40, which would make you a dress size 16 to 20, 41 to 49, I think that says, and then 49 to 59, sorry, need the readers that are going to be today's special value on Wednesday, so I can see all those monitors. £21 is the price. Now, this is something that you leave on, Penny, I'm presuming.
It's a 24/7 thing. You put it on, and in a moment Diana's going to show us how easy it is to put it on and take it off. And you leave it on. You sleep in it, you swim in it, you shower in it, you do everything in it, because that way you get a constant gauge of your size. If you keep taking it on and off, you're going to be able to lie to yourself,
well,
basically.
Can't we do that these days? Let's face it. Go back in time. We didn't have elasticated waistbands.
Exactly.
We didn't have the lycra elastane contents that we have. And probably trousers back in the day sat on the waist. They don't these days, do they?
Nobody really wears very much around their waist anymore, but the waist is an indicator of your health, and NHS tell us that if we have a big waist, we could be liable to some forms of cancer, type 2 diabetes and heart disease. So watching your waist is really important, and this Malory Band will watch your waist 24/7.
What Penny's just said, do your own research. I went for a health check in January, and that's exactly the kind of conversation that was being explained to me about balances of your body proportion. Obviously, this can't change your fundamental body shape, but if you are prone to carrying excess weight around the middle and you wish it weren't there aesthetically and for health reasons, which is really, you know, we've just seen that fantastic book talking about eating more healthily, looking after ourselves. This is kind of sitting beautifully in with that, let alone the fact that we've probably been there in our bikinis over these last few weeks and sitting up and chatting and thinking, oh, there's little extra bits rolling over. I better sit up straighter. Well, keep a gauge. I like the idea of it being a sort of external little conscience on your shoulder.
And I think it is really important to emphasise that it can't make you slim, but if you've made the decision in your head, which is where all weight loss starts, then this could be your best friend. It could just support you and motivate you to keep going. And as you lose weight, your tail grows, and you can see how much weight you've lost.
Dinah, come and join us. Let's have a little look. Dinah's tiny and petite. Obviously, she's a model, a regular model with us at QVC. are you I don't know if you're mic'd up, Diana, actually. You're not, but I know the conversation we had earlier was how comfortable it felt. Is that right? Do we want to feel comfortable or do we want to feel tight?
You want to feel it, but you don't want it to be like a cheese wire really hurting you. But you don't want it to be loose. It's just about finding the right tension. And Diana's got one on here. And she's tiny, see, so this one's got quite a long tail. But if you can take it off and put it on again and just show the viewers how easy it is to adjust it. So if you've lost an inch over the week, you move the button along, you feel fantastic that you've done that. And you can then see, look, I've lost this much weight. It's very visual, it's very motivational. When you can see something, I think that's how a massive proportion of us work. That's it. Your tail, young lady. Yes, so you can just tuck your tail up if it feels uncomfortable or gets in the way, or buy a smaller size, of course. So it just shows it's really easy to take on and take off, but very comfortable. And if you get the tension right, you don't know it's there until you've eaten too much. Well, I'm wearing one as well. I'm not going to do the quick reveal. If I wasn't brave enough to wear the bikini, I'm certainly not going to do the quick reveal. But I'm aware it's there. It's changing nothing about how I'm speaking, breathing, anything. But it's funny. It's kind of like when you've done a Pilates class, you stand better. For me, my posture, I suddenly remember my shoulders are meant to live there and my neck lives here and not this position. I sort of feel with this, it's reminding me, actually, not to let it hang out. If you slouch, it feels tight, so you can't forget. Which is a good thing. So your posture, and also it sort of tones your stomach muscles at the same time because you tend to pull them in away from the tension of the cord. We've had lots of people using these with amazing success. Some people are losing several pounds a week, some people have lost stones. But the wonderful thing about this is if you do lose weight and you want to keep it off forever, you put the Malory Band on and you can maintain that weight instead of yo-yoing, which is what I did for years. It's a huge... And I guess the chap that you saw wearing the original little cotton thing, was that his motivation as well? He told me he was a skipper on a yacht. I was sailing in the Greek islands, and I said, what's the string around your waist? He said, I was a really fat kid and I never wanted to be fat again. So for 11 years, he'd worn this thread around him and he'd stayed exactly the same size. And I looked at it and I thought, there's something in this. And of course I researched it and found out this isn't new. This is thousands of years old. Dancers have used it, models have used it, Victorian grannies used it. It's not new, but there isn't one to buy. It's interesting, isn't it? Obviously, you can't eat 65 pizzas and expect your band to stay as it is and you to suddenly turn into the svelte figure of a 6-foot model. It's part of a calorie-controlled diet, but as you quite rightly said, when you've decided you're going to make a difference, maybe it's with the Slimbies at QVC, maybe it's with the diet chef being delivered to you, maybe it's just that little extra helping hand that can make the difference for you, and then retain that waist measurement or even lessen that waist measurement as you go along. It's your little best friend. 400,497 is the item number, £21 our price.